Have you ever noticed how fragile silence can feel? One small sound, and it shatters. One sudden move, and the stillness breaks. Life is very much the same. We build, we plan, we invest everything we have into one fragile dream. And when it cracks, everything feels like it's gone. But let me ask you this. What if the problem is not that life breaks, but that we insist on putting every piece of ourselves into one delicate place, as if the basket will last forever? My friends, today is not about fear. It is about wisdom. It is about resilience. It is about the quiet strength of those who learn how to hold many baskets, many paths, many chances. Because the truth is, if you put all your eggs in one basket, you're not protecting your future. You're gambling it. And so, welcome. This is not just a story. It is a journey. A cinematic drive through the lessons life whispers to us, if only we are willing to listen. Think of a farmer in ancient times. He wakes at dawn, with one basket tucked under his arm. He gathers every egg, places them carefully, and walks the dusty road to the marketplace. The sun rises higher, the path grows rocky, and then, a stumble. One fall. The basket crashes. The eggs are gone. His family will not eat. His children will not be fed. That ancient proverb did not come from theory. It came from hunger. From survival. From the hard truth that when you place everything you have into one fragile container, you live at the mercy of chance. Now, let's leave the farmer behind for a moment. Come with me into the modern world. Different roads, different markets, but the same fragile baskets. How many of us put all our eggs into one job? One relationship? One dream of success? One version of happiness, often defined by Instagram likes and what everyone else seems to have. And when it breaks, we feel broken too. But what if there is another way? A way of weaving our lives not as one single thread, but as a tapestry of many colors, many strands. So that if one frays, the whole fabric does not fall apart. I remember reading about Nikola Tesla. A genius beyond measure, but a man who placed every egg into one basket. His inventions, his dreams, his relentless pursuit of a single vision. He changed the world, yes. But he died alone, broke, feeding pigeons in New York City. Because while his mind was infinite, his life was fragile. Now contrast that with Thomas Edison. He too stumbled, he too failed, but Edison had many baskets. He spread his risks, his businesses, his networks. And so, while failure visited him countless times, it never destroyed him. History remembers both, but history feeds on the ones who diversified their chances. This truth is not just about money. It's about the heart. It's about mental health. It's about how we define our lives. Tell me, how many people put all their eggs into one idea of love? One person. One promise. One perfect story. And when that story ends, when that person leaves, it feels as if the entire world has collapsed. But love was never meant to be just one basket. It was always meant to be many: friendships, family, self-love, the quiet joy of being alive. Because when one basket falls, the others still hold you. Let's talk about wealth. In America, we are taught to chase the dollar. To put our faith in one paycheck, one company, one system that we believe will protect us. But 2008 came. The markets crashed. Millions lost everything. People who had worked 30 years found themselves without jobs, without homes, without hope. They had put all their eggs in one basket, and the basket was Wall Street. But the ones who survived were not always the richest. They were the ones who had planted many seeds. A small side business. A community network. Multiple skills. They understood that resilience is not built on one fragile hope, but on many small ones that together become unbreakable. There is an old story about a Chinese bamboo tree. For years, you water it, but nothing happens. No sprout, no sign of life. And yet, beneath the soil, roots are spreading wide and deep. And then, one day, after years of silence, it shoots up. 30, 40, 50 feet in just weeks. Now imagine if the farmer had put all his faith in corn, or rice, or wheat. He would see results quickly. But when the storm comes, when pests arrive, his single crop could be gone. But the one who planted the bamboo tree, who believed in the unseen, who spread his hope across many seeds, that farmer survives. Because true security is not found in speed. It is found in diversity. But here's the hard question. Why do we keep putting all our eggs in one basket? Maybe because we are taught to believe in certainty. The comfort of just one thing, the job that pays the bills. The one person who completes us. The one dream that defines our worth. But life is not a straight line. It bends. It breaks. It surprises us. And if our whole world rests on one fragile foundation, we will collapse when it does. So instead, what if we built many foundations? What if our identity was not tied to one fragile basket, but woven into many? Think of Oprah Winfrey. She could have remained just a talk show host. One basket. Safe. Predictable. But she expanded. She built networks. She invested in schools. She created businesses, magazines, television, philanthropy. When one basket struggled, another carried her forward. And in the end, she did not just survive, she built an empire. This is the power of many baskets. And yet, it is not just about money. It is about joy. It is about happiness. It is about mental health. How many of us put all our eggs into the basket of success, believing that only when we achieve that title, that car, that house, that number in our bank account, only then will we be happy? But success is fragile. One downturn, one unexpected illness, one layoff, and the basket breaks. But those who cultivate many baskets of joy, a hobby, a community, a family dinner, a walk in the park, the laughter of a child, the peace of meditation, they discover something profound. Happiness was never supposed to be just one thing. It was always supposed to be many. There's a story of a man named Chris Gardner. You might know him from The Pursuit of Happiness. He put everything into one basket, a dream to succeed in finance. And for a time, that basket broke. He slept in bathrooms, he struggled, he starved. But what kept him alive was not just the dream. It was his son. It was his resilience. It was the small baskets he carried alongside the big one. The belief that even in struggle, there is dignity. Even in hunger, there is love. And eventually, the dream rose again. Because he never let himself depend on just one fragile thing. So what does this mean for us? It means we must stop living like gamblers, and start living like architects. An architect does not build a tower on a single pillar. He builds it on many. So when one cracks, the building stands. Our lives are towers. Our baskets are pillars. And if we are wise, we will build with many. Not because we fear the fall, but because we believe in resilience. So here, in the quiet of this moment, I leave you with this vision. Do not put all your eggs in one basket. Place them in many. In love, in friendship, in work, in joy, in growth, in giving. Because the baskets may fall, but you will not. Life is not about clutching one fragile hope. It is about weaving many. And when you do, you will find that even when storms come, you remain unshaken. So tonight, tomorrow, as you move forward in this journey called life, ask yourself this: where have I placed all my eggs? And what new baskets am I willing to create? Because the measure of a life well lived is not found in how carefully you carry one basket, but in how beautifully you fill many. And if this message has touched you, if it has sparked even one thought, one seed, one new basket in your heart, then carry it forward. Share it. Pass it on. And if you wish to keep walking this journey with us, subscribe. Because here, together, we will keep filling baskets of wisdom until our lives overflow.